Connor, I want to talk about the offensive line. For a period of 2 or 3 games, things were moving in a positive direction. The unit was improving. You're getting good yardage, got the run game going, and then things kind of hit came to a screeching halt. Not so great against Charlotte, obviously very disappointing against Air Force. How do you get it turned around?
Honestly, just what we've been doing the past couple of weeks with this bye week. We've been focusing a lot on execution and a lot of holding on to those blocks. That's what we've been slacking in the past couple of games, is maintaining blocks for long periods of time. So we've been focusing that. We've just been playing a lot tougher as we get healthier as well. I think we're ready to go this next game against Temple.
Avi, is it frustrating because you've showed against Memphis and North Texas that you have what it takes, you have the players? Is it frustrating when you don't execute?
Yeah, I'm definitely frustrated on the field when we're consistently going 4 and out. But like I said, I think we're going to be really ready to go this game as we get healthier, like I said, and I think it's been a great 2 weeks of practice. I think we're ready to win this game.
So you mentioned the health, and that seems to be the common denominator here. Boughton, yourself, Sam Glover, Trey Cummings. It seems like everybody, even your center, has been at times had some sort of bumps and bruises, little issues that prevent you from being 100. How much of an impact is that?
I think it's definitely affecting a lot of our play, because you can tell we were very healthy the first couple games. We were playing way faster, but they gave a lot of us the week off last week, and that helped a lot. But I'm kind of interested to see how it goes this week. Hopefully, the time off gives us that opportunity to go out and perform at the best of our capabilities next week.
We know you're one of the ones playing through pain. How do you do it? And is it tough? Because it's almost like fighting with one hand tied behind your back. When you're not 100%, you feel like you're handicapped a bit.
Yeah, I definitely it definitely sucks playing hurt. I would definitely love to be playing 100%, but when I'm playing for my teammates, I'm playing for my family. I'm trying to be on the field at all times, because we got to do what's best for the team and just put out all we can.
So the Temple is a team that ranks like 124th out of 130 FBS teams in rushing defense. They have not stopped the run. Do you feel like this is an absolute critical game in which Navy's got to really show what they're all about and get the run game going?
I think this is a critical point in the season that could totally allow us to take a step forward, and we can potentially make a bowl game if we show them what we can do this week against Temple. Like you said, they're ranked pretty low in the run defense, and I think we could definitely take advantage of that and dominate this week.
So I know there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not just interior blocking, perimeter blocking, and that's receivers and others that get involved with that, tight ends. How much responsibility do you all take when the ground game is not operating the way it should?
It definitely it's every single person in the room. But as an lineman, we like to take majority of the blame, because it starts up front. If we don't get movement, the ball's not going anywhere. So that's why each time we play a game, we take it to heart when we don't get a lot of yards each game.
Well, you've seen what Dava Fafana can do. You've seen what Alex Teska can do. On the outside, Brandon Chapman and Eli Heidenreich, they have had big plays. Do you feel a responsibility to those skill position guys that they can't do anything with you guys aren't opening some holes for them?
Yeah, these guys are extremely talented, and once we get the holes open, we've seen what they can do. So like I said, hopefully this week against Temple, we can give them those holes where they can get over 100 yards plus. I'm excited for them this week.
Talking about the offensive line, it's been a big topic of discussion, especially since what happened against Air Force. How do you get this unit turned around?
We just come out to practice and we work. We're not worried about getting it turned around. We're worried about beating Temple. Mm-hmm. We got a good group of guys. They've played a lot of football. They got to play a little better. We fought through some injuries, so we're just excited to get out there and play again.
Is it frustrating because there was a point in time in this season when things were progressing nicely, the line was making steady improvement, you had some really good rushing games against Temple, North Texas, etc. Is it frustrating to see what's happened here against Charlotte and then Air Force, where you weren't really able to sustain much up front?
Right. Yeah, I guess when you don't play as well as you'd like to play, it's always frustrating. We had a good little groove going there. We were making progress. We've had injuries, and then so there were about 2 or 3 weeks there we were not able to practice the way we'd like to practice. So we had to pull back a little bit, and honestly it showed in the games. Mm-hmm. The last 2 weeks we have practiced really hard. We're back healthy for the most part, and I think we're heading back to where we were before we had a little dip there. So obviously, it's got to show up on Saturday, but I think we're heading in the right direction.
So one of the things that Coach Newberry was mentioning is you're not real deep along the offensive line, and that's part of it. You would like to, in a perfect world, if a guy is not 100%, sit him down and put in a guy who is, even if he may not be quite as talented, but at least he's 100% healthy. Do you think you're getting closer to having guys, to being able to, if Connor McMahon has to sit down for a couple series because he's just hurting too bad, is you feeling more confident you got somebody you can put in and give him a break?
Yeah, we are, and it's like anything. When you got young guys, it just takes a little time. Obviously, we're not making excuses, so the guys have to be ready. But yeah, as every day that we practice, we get a little bit better. Every day that we practice, we get guys that are closer to being ready. And then if we have to throw somebody out there, they need to be ready. But I think we're making progress.
So how important is this next few, I was mentioning here to Connor, Temple ranks 124th out of 130 FBS teams in rushing defense. They have not stopped the run. This is an opportunity for you to show what you're all about and put up some rushing yards. Do you feel this is a crucial game to show what Navy's about, both as an offensive line and an offensive unit as a whole?
I haven't looked at it that way. I just want us to get better, and I want us to go up and play well, perform well, and most importantly, go up and win. And if that means we rush for a lot of yards, that would be awesome. But whatever we got to do to win the football game. But obviously, we need to see drastic improvement from the last time we played. There's no doubt about that.
So who along the offensive line has been the most consistent, or is that part of the problem that nobody's been consistent, that there's been guys that had good 2 or 3 games, but then, or has there been one person that even against Air Force, or maybe not that game since that was pretty much not good across the board, but maybe Charlotte, where this guy graded out well even though the whole unit did not?
I think probably the bright spots have been Josh Pena's played well all season. I think Javon Bouton has been a pleasant surprise this year. He's played guard, he's played tackle. I think Connor's played well. He's just been he's been banged up and has been injured a little bit. But yeah, I think there's some bright spots for sure.
So I mean, you feel, as we've talked about, this offensive line unit has gotten it done already this season. Do you feel good about that they'll finish strong?
I know they're going to finish strong.
Okay.
Yeah.